Doctrine and Devotion. This is a bonus episode, everybody. Another one. We're giving them bonus episodes at the end of the year. My name is Jofo, and I'm the lead pastor of Redeemer Fellowship in St. Charles, Illinois.
And I'm Jim Fowler, executive pastor at Redeemer Fellowship.
Smoking, hanging out.
That's right.
Having a good time.
Just us.
You know what? It's a good night.
It is a good night.
It's a good night. You know what? I feel like this is your night, bro.
Is tonight my night?
Tonight is your night.
Tonight is my night, bro. Tonight is my night.
If you know what we're talking about, hit us up on social media at Doc and Devo.
How are we gonna?
Probably
gonna. I don't know. Probably gonna have some soup, something light.
Soup, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hot soup or cold soup? What are you gonna have?
You don't get it. It's an Office reference.
Oh no, I was.
So for my
Office,
for the Office fans out there.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna give you your Christmas present. Hang on.
Oh, what? Yeah. Don't do this. Yeah. Don't do this. I'm gonna bring you to Vegas again if you put me on the spot like this. Are you really? What are you doing?
All right. There you go. That's your Christmas present.
Why are we doing this?
Come on, Vegas.
No, it's awkward.
You triggered a thought.
It's a very
you
nice...
can use this thing. Oh, so it's a nice burlap sack with a Jerusalem cross on the front that I stole from something that came into us in the mail.
That is awesome.
You could use that, right?
I could use this.
Yeah. It's just a plaque for your office. It's literally an office plaque.
A self-adhesive sign that just says Office, and so. If you're an Office fan, you'll recognize this as soon as I put a photo of it.
This isn't even branded as The Office. It's just what the show The Office used.
Yes.
For their logo.
For their logo.
So we'll put a picture up of it. Yeah, so Jimmy,
Very good. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Yep. You didn't get me the racist bathroom sign?
I did. I can't give that to you on here, though.
No, you can't. The one.
What is it?
The white's only one?
What is it? I don't see that.
See right here.
Wait, let me see.
Right there.
I can't see.
It's a racist bathroom sign.
Where I see
the men one.
Private
men.
Oh, it just says men.
Yeah, it's racist.
Yeah, because it's a paper white depiction of a man.
Yeah, it's just a white. It's just only for white.
It says men.
No, but it's only. Why is there only a picture of a white guy?
Yeah, because if you put a black guy on a black
you don't get another Office joke.
Oh,
goodness!
Gosh. I watched the series one time. I don't commit it to memory.
I've seen it like 11 to 15.
Oh my gosh!
Every single episode.
Maybe like free up some storage capacity for Bible up in that head.
What I have, that's there too.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also got every episode of The Office downloaded on my iPad.
Well, you have to now that it's off of Netflix.
I had to get it.
Yeah,
I had to get it.
Of course.
And that way, when I travel and at night, I got to have it.
Okay.
I got to have my Office episodes.
Well, sometimes it's nice to just throw something on, even because you don't have to watch it. You can be on, you can enjoy it while you're doing other things.
Correct.
Yeah.
And now, like with the iPad Pro, you got like the picture-in-picture. So I'm working.
Yeah.
And I got my headphones, and I can still hear, and then just move the screen to the side like that, and then still be working.
You love your iPad Pro.
I love it.
Which number is this iPad Pro? When the iPad Pro came out, there was the iPad Pro.
Yep.
How many iterations of iPad Pro
I don't know.
have you had? It's too many.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like it's Abrahamic.
Yeah,
as many as the stars in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know which one I know which one I have. I just don't know the number.
So this year has been a stinker for most people. A lot of people think of 2020 as a stinker of a year.
Yep.
And we were talking about, hey, let's do a bonus episode and just give some recommendations, a lot of which we've picked up, things that we've picked up over 2020 that were good, and some things that maybe aren't even going to come out till 2021. But we want to give you some basic, fun recommendations for next year. So that way you can make the most of 2021 and not have a repeat of this past year, which didn't go as I think most of us had hoped when we began. I honestly remember saying this is going to be a great year because like so many. I just felt
did you really?
Oh, I did. I thought 2020 is going to be awesome.
Why'd you think it was?
Because it started off personally really, really, really strong, and then Satan was like, "Not today, Christians." He's like, "My turn now, fool." All right, so we'll start real basic. All right, so what is something that you read this year that totally rocked you? Because we read a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So what is, just pick one thing, one book, maybe it's even an article, but like something that had a big impact on you that you would say everybody needs to read this.
Oh man.
And it can't be.
No, I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Oh,
I'm going to say it.
Okay, what is it going to be?
Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortland. Yeah. Now yours is
Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortland. Yes.
Well,
okay.
Looking at your note here, you have date.
Yeah, I wrote down date instead of Dane. Jimmy can see what I wrote down. So yeah, I'm not spell checking. I'm not going through.
You know what though? At least you got gentle and lowly.
Yeah.
You've been messing that up.
Yeah, I call it like meek and humble, quiet and still. Early morning breeze. I don't know. For some reason, listen, that book, put that on your must-read list.
Yeah.
Like we always recommend books. Honestly, if you read one book next year for your personal life, your spiritual life, I would encourage you to get Gentle and Lowly. I think Jimmy feels the same.
I feel the same.
Rocked our faces and
now,
still is.
It still is. And so I'm going to throw this out here. There is a book that I want to read for 2021. Okay. That I think is going to be good as well. Okay. Based on just the static, maybe not static out there, just the social media buzz.
I think the buzz. Static and buzz sound like similar ideas,
but
static
one
is
is
negative.
negative. Yeah. Based on the buzz out there.
Yeah. What's that?
The Rise and Triumph of the Modern Self by Carl Truman.
Yep. We each got a copy of that.
So I need to start that. My hope
I haven't read it either.
My hope's to start that next week.
I was supposed to start it this week, but what's today?
Monday.
Oh, it is Monday? Oh, I can still start it.
So you can still start it. Yeah. I'm going to be starting it next week.
That does look really good. We've heard really good things about it. Well, if you were going to recommend one theology book, I'll go first.
You go first.
If I'm going to recommend,
because mine's going to be very basic, so I'm going to let you go.
Are you going to go old school?
I'm going old school, so you go.
I'm going to go new. Jim already knows what I'm going to recommend because I wrote mine down so he could see them. He didn't let me see his. Deity and Decree by Sam Reynahan just came out, and we love Sam Reynahan. We love his thinking. We love his teaching. He's a pal of ours. Yep. So we got to get him on the podcast to talk about this book.
Oh, I would love that.
But yeah, man, I'm excited about that. Anytime you're getting into the nature of God, theology proper, his decrees, it's something that is oftentimes neglected by even people that would consider themselves Calvinists, to go a little bit deeper. And Sam is the guy that takes those big concepts of God, those sometimes confounding doctrines that are just really big and mind-bending, and he's able to put them down on paper in a way that just about everybody can understand. So Deity and Decree by Sam Reynahan, that's what I'm recommending.
So I was, and it's still a good recommendation. I had thought about the Doctrines of God, or Doctrine of God by Frame, but I'm going to go.
Ugh.
What?
Ugh.
What?
He's got some stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. I don't have to like your picks.
You don't?
No, that's why I'm saying
you don't. So I was thinking about for 2021, looking again over the institutes.
Yeah, that's always good.
I was going to look that over again, and yeah, that's one of the things I was going to use. I believe it's the Crossway one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the 2-volume.
Oh no, that's like a Westminster Press.
That's the one I'm using.
Yeah. I think that's a good translation. There are people working on a brand new translation I can't talk about, but I've heard some good
you're
things.
in the know.
I'm just saying, like,
wow.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, you can't go wrong with the Institutes because it's really good. It's very devotional. It's very theological. I agree, man. That's definitely better than Frame. All right. So what's recommend a book on piety? So obviously we could just go back to Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortlund.
Yep. Oh, I got this one. Are you ready?
So
I want to go
piety.
first because I don't want you to take this from me.
Okay. So what is piety?
You know what the practice. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I just want to make
that's
sure
the book I'm going to do.
But for Steve McCoy. Piety is the Christian life.
Yep.
It is
how
the
doctrine
experience of faith.
That's it. How doctrine influences experience, or how doctrine influences how we work out that doctrine. Yep.
There you go.
Here we go. So, The Practice of Piety.
Oh.
By Lewis Bailey.
That's a classic. That's old school.
And you know what? That was a gift from my man Joe Thorne.
Oh,
you got me that book.
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, I want to say like 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
4 years ago,
did I get you the hardcover?
Yes, you did.
Oh, yes. That's definitely from me then.
Yeah. You got me the hardcover of that. I have loved it.
Are you sure you don't just borrow my hardcover copy? Because I can't find my hardcover copy.
Nope.
Better look on the inside.
You even signed the inside.
Yeah, that's my book. It's got my name in it.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I gotta kind of lead into it.
That is a good book. And listen, when you read these guys, whether it's Scudder or The Christian's Daily Walk or Bailey, it doesn't mean it's not scripture. So you don't have to agree with all of it. Man, there's so much good stuff.
Yep. Yeah, or frame, whatever.
I'm going to recommend a book on piety. And Banner is going to be coming out with it again. They're out of stock right now, so they're going to be releasing it again in 2021. But Personal Declension and Revival of Religion in the Soul by our man Octavius Winslow.
A little on the nose, don't you think?
What do you mean?
Feel like I probably should have put a little more thought into your pick.
I did. I put a lot of thought. I probably thought for about 5 or 10 minutes on what book I was going to recommend.
All right. Yeah. That's what you came up with?
Yeah, that's a good one. You know why you don't know that it's a good one? Because you didn't read it.
Yep.
Fact.
That is a fact.
Yes.
But no, it's a good one. I heard.
All right, let's talk about something that I know Jimmy gets excited about.
Oh, here we go.
Right, so Jimmy,
hold on. You're actually not gonna like my answer on this.
Why would I not like your answer? All right, so what is something that you would recommend to our listeners? It can be a book, it can be a resource.
No, I want you to go first because
right,
I don't want to hear you ridiculing me on the front end.
Look at why would I ridicule you?
Yeah, just
unless
go
you say
ahead.
something dumb.
Go ahead.
So something that helps you with work or productivity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
So I have been trying to wrap up this year much stronger than I've been functioning, and by the grace of God, it's coming together. And one of the tools that has been helpful for me in kickstarting all of this is a book that was recommended to me by one of our church members. His name is David Cook. And he recommended this book, Deep Work by Cal Newport. It's a good book. The principles in it are sound and I think encouraging and practical, though the whole book could probably just be 100 pages and I could do without all of the anecdotes and stories, but that's just me. Great book, really helpful for me. I would encourage you guys to check it out if you're trying to reorganize your workflow and how you get things done and getting into a kind of work that is very profitable and where you're accomplishing a lot. Deep Work by Cal Newport.
All right, so I'm going to give 3.
Go.
3.
Go. Jimmy's all on this productivity stuff.
All right, so.
Hey guys, Pastor Joe here. Now, if you're a listener of the podcast, you know how much Jimmy and I love Bible study tools and resources. Anything that helps us to unpack and understand and apply the Word of God. And throughout my life, I have benefited from a couple of very good study Bibles, which is why we are really excited that Doctrine and Devotion is sponsored by InterVarsity Press and the Bible Speaks Today Study Bible. This new study Bible takes the highlights of the popular and beloved 55-volume commentary series, The Bible Speaks Today, and puts it into one study Bible with commentary from popular English pastor theologians and edited by John Stott and Alec Mottier. This is a study Bible you should definitely pick up. Now, IVP is offering a special deal just for the listeners of Doctrine and Devotion. If you go to IVP's website, that's ivpress.com, and use the code BIBLE30, all one word, you'll get 30% off and free shipping. So that's IVPress, IVPRESS.com, and use the code BIBLE30. You'll get 30% off and free shipping of the Bible Speaks Today Study Bible.
For those of you that are just starting out when it comes to productivity, I highly recommend Tim Challies' book, Do More Better.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a great book. Grab that book. It's a very good primer.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of goes through what are some of those what are obstacles? What are those common obstacles that get into people's way?
Hurdles.
The importance of routine. I think he also does give some tools and suggestions, and what I really love though is he really hits on not just be productive for production's sake,
right,
but what is the main purpose behind your productivity, right? And how it glorifies God as you are being productive in your day-to-day, in your vocation. And I think it's a really good book to start off with. Personally, what I have found that's really helpful for me is the bullet journal system.
Yeah. So
if you go to bulletjournal.com, there you can go ahead and use one of the Kaye journals that we have over at jofostar.com, or grab one of the Lecterm's 1917 dotted soft cover. And that's what I use actually for my bullet journal. I enjoy the bullet journal method. I think it's simple. And so for me and my workflow, that there, you can have some of your big, event items on there. And but that one's more for me for my notes and my task. That's just all part of my workflow. But I also use Fantastical as a calendar for all my major events and, looking down the line.
Good. So Fantastical.
Yep.
Bullet journal.
Yep.
And Challies.
Do more,
good.
better.
Good, man. Good recos. All right. So I got to get back to my notes here. Hang on. I'm not going to remember what I'm recommending. Ooh, okay. So there are some books that are coming out next year. And since we're tight with the Crossway people, we were looking at what they have coming out. Maybe the book that I'm the most excited to read that's coming out next year by Crossway is a biography on Sproul.
Ooh.
It's called R.C. Sproul, A Life. And it's by Stephen Nichols. And it's coming out March of 2021. And it's not that it looks good. And of course, it's going to be good. What I'm hearing about its contents and the way his life is told and what his life was really like, it sounds super fascinating and fun and encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited to read it. R.C. Sproul, A Life by Stephen Nichols. You can pick it up March 2021.
So another book, like you said, because we know Crossway people, one of the things I'm looking forward to is Rejoice and Tremble, the surprising good news of the fear of the Lord by Michael Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
Michael Reeves. That's coming out January 2021. So yeah, I mean, the idea of, the fear of the Lord is something to look at and embrace because of the good news of having our Savior here. And what does it mean to have a holy God that has come down?
And the fear of the Lord is something that is just, even when you begin to get a grasp on it, it's just easy to kind of spin out with it or to forget about it. We need more people writing on this. Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely going to read that. And I'll read it before Sproul because I got to wait all the way to March. All right, here's one. This is fun. Can you recommend an app or apps that you like? Like you already mentioned Fantastical.
Yep.
So what are some apps that people might enjoy using or benefit from using? And I'm going to recommend 3, one of which you guys already know of, but not enough of you are using. So first, what I use is essentially a kind of a bullet journal is the Things app. It's a to-do app. It's really simple. I put my stuff on there, and then throughout the day, I'm going back to that, making sure I'm getting those things done. Like Jimmy, I've moved to a system where I have essentially 2 calendars. I've got a calendar that pushes me my workflow in a particular direction, and then I've got another calendar which is all appointments and all that kind of stuff. So Things is really helpful for me. Spotify. I use Spotify. Now, I don't use it for the music because I'm on Apple Music. If I wasn't on Apple Music, I would definitely be on Spotify. But I use Spotify app for my podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I've got a bunch of them in there. And Spotify is so much better than so many of the other options that people are using. And I'm not sure why more aren't on it, even if it's just for the podcast. So give it a try. Give it a shot. I've gotten rid of everything else. I only use Spotify. Keep it all in one place. And now that Spotify is acquiring exclusive rights to certain podcasts, you're going to find podcasts there that you can't find on others. So just get everything over on Spotify. And then the other thing that I think is really fun, I've had a good time with it. I just started playing with it this week, is called Akinator or Akinator. I'm not sure.
What is this?
It is, I tried to play it with you earlier. So it's an app where you think of a person, a place, or a thing in your mind, right? You think of maybe you think of Kevin Hart as a comedian and an actor. You think of your mind, and then the app will ask you like 20 questions or so, and then it'll tell you the person or the thing that you're thinking of, but just by the what do you call it? The what is software, the tech, what is the thing?
I don't know. What is
it? Flows?
Floods?
No, it's like like computer stuff. I don't know. I'm not a computer guy.
Algorithm.
Algorithms. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But by answering these questions, it has freaked me out and surprised me how often it really dials in. And just through asking the app, just asking basic questions, has gotten it. I think I've played it 20 times. It's missed 2 times. So yeah, it's pretty good, pretty fun. So just for something goofy, if you want to goof around on the Akinator, we'll link to these things in the show notes. Jimmy, what are some apps or an app that you use that you like a lot in addition to Fantastical?
Well, I mentioned it earlier, GoodNotes. I really like GoodNotes.
That's the best one. Getting your notes on your iPad.
That's it. So yeah, even though I have, in the middle of a meeting, so I mean, part of my workflow is my bullet journal, I'll take all my notes in my bullet journal. for a meeting while I'm on a conference call or whatever's going on. So I've got that there. And a lot of my notes are really like high level, really quick, three words. Or in the midst of it, I'll ask a question. So I put all that in my bullet journal. And then after the meeting, I open up GoodNotes and then I really go deep while it's all fresh in my mind using like the 3-word, what's the word? Prompts, 3-word prompts. And the questions, I start to answer those questions. And that's how I keep track of everything.
Nice.
And so then I have all my notes are always on my phone, my computer, my iPad, everywhere I go. I've got it right there. You know, because Joe, I don't know if I've told you about this, the highlighting feature on GoodNotes. GoodNotes. When you highlight, it's not on top of the word.
Oh, so when you use your highlighter in GoodNotes, it puts the highlighting mark underneath the text or the image that you're highlighting.
Exactly.
Crazy.
And so I do that, and I color code for every note, things that I need to do, things that are outstanding, who I'm waiting on,
who you're mad at.
That's usually dark red,
black.
Just I redact their name from the meeting note list. And yeah, I mean, that's how I find it helps me for keeping track of my notes, but then also my own sermon notes, personal study, and sermon prep.
That's good. That's it. You're not going to recommend another one?
Yeah, I do have a second one.
Okay, well, let's go. I think I know what it is. Go.
Do you really think you know what this is?
Yes, I think I do.
No, you don't.
I bet I do. You use it every day. You've never talked about it, but I see you using it every day.
He might know it then.
Happy horoscopes. You use it
that's
every day.
not true.
You use your happy horoscopes every day because Jimmy's a Leo and he's gotta find out what the stars have in store for him today.
One, I'm Cancer. 2,
no kidding.
I do not use that. But I was going to say, and now this is, I know some people are not going to be happy with this one.
Okay, that's fine. Keep it real.
I think the Mail app is trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's nowhere near as good as Outlook.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the Mail app, and I'm not.
So I would highly recommend moving to Outlook.
Any successful business, all the successful business people that I know, that's not a lot. It's basically just Jimmy. They all use Outlook.
It's just me.
All Jimmy.
Outlook. Love it.
Outlook's better. Good.
Absolutely love it.
Fine.
I think it's so much better.
Apple doesn't do everything right.
So much better than
their Maps
Apple Mail.
app is trash too.
I think Spark is horrible. I think back in the day, Mozilla, all that stuff.
Well, of course.
Thunderbird, whatever you called
it.
Netscape. What's the one my wife uses? I hate it. I don't know.
Hotmail? She had a Hotmail account for a while.
She still does.
It's embarrassing.
Still does. And now it's live.ca.
Yeah. Canada address, whatever. So lame. All right, let's do one last one for fun. You're going to recommend a TV show.
Yep.
You're going to recommend a TV show to the people. And I think I know what you'll recommend. I think what I'm going to recommend, I think these are going to be generally things that a lot of our listeners are already watching, but just in case, I don't know. You want to go first?
Sure. What are
you going to recommend?
I was right about to take your recommendation just to upset you, but I'm not going to.
Doesn't upset me. Yeah. No, I know you like Masked Singer. That's what you're always talking. And now you're going to watch The Masked Dancer you were talking about.
I'm not. I'm not
said that.
It.
You said, I don't want to watch it. But then you said, while we're eating the chicken wings, you said, okay, I kind of do want to watch The Masked Dancer.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I said, I don't want to watch it. And then I wait a couple breaths and I go, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
Not that I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
I'll check it out because Daryl's on it. That's right.
Daryl Washington.
Daryl is on it. And Daryl was in The Office. That is my show. The Office.
Of course it is. Because it is a funny show.
It's a fantastic show, except for season 9.
Was that the last one?
Yeah.
It's funny because that's when the original producer came back.
Yeah.
After that Toby guy was directing it, and it was kind of weird.
First of all, Toby always wrote and he directed.
No, he became like
Paul, but he became the guy and then came back. But no, it wasn't the same after Michael left. We all know that.
Yeah. I'm going to recommend, you guys already know because I've talked about it, Cobra Kai. Man, this is just a fun show.
It's a great show.
Good show. And it's coming out in January. So these are our recommendations. What we would like you to do is make your own recommendations and tag us in your tweets, your Twitter things, Twitter, whatever they call them, tweets, and Instagram.
Okay,
yeah, got that. Facebooks,
your parlors,
the parlays. So yeah, tag us in that and let us know. Hey, what are you recommending? If you're going to make one good recommendation for next year, besides like don't be a dummy or something, like a good recommendation to somebody to go and get or do or use, let us know. Jimmy, how do they let us know?
Yeah, you can follow us online on Instagram or Twitter @DocandDevo or on Facebook /Doctrine and Devotion. You can head to the website, drdevotion.com. There you can contact us. You can sign up for the email blast. Hit up the store, jofostore.com, and grab some gear. Fresh pod every Monday and Thursday. Blog post on Wednesdays. Later.